What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to today's video. I wanted to make a quick video, guys, breaking down a couple really important things. These are things, like 3 main mistakes that new sellers make, or the reasons why most sellers don't end up succeeding or end up failing. It won't be a super long video or a super technical kind of tutorial video today, but it'll be a super powerful and efficient and effective video getting these 3 points and important details across to you. Number 1 is the product that you choose, guys. The product that you choose is everything. I want you to think of the product that you choose not only as just like you're going to launch one product and be done, you hit a home run. It's a Goldilocks type product, a golden product, and it takes care of you for the rest of your life. I want you to think of a product when you're looking for different product ideas as longer term. What could you potentially launch next? Other products related to that first one to really build out a brand is the way you want to be thinking about how you're going to market your product. You don't have to think of 3 different product ideas if you're first, just getting started with your Amazon business. You don't have to have 3 to 5 products in mind, but you definitely want to think about what products could I launch next around my first product, and you want it to be in the same category, because once you trademark your brand or get a trademark on your brand and get brand registry, you do have to register or classify the trademark for your brand most of the time in one category or one niche. And so it'd be really, really nice and helpful if your next couple of products were in that same category. When choosing products, guys, the main mistakes that new sellers make and why people fail is because they choose the wrong product that's too saturated, too competitive, and there's just too many other sellers out there trying to sell that product. There's 3 things that I want to share with you how you can actually tell how many other sellers are out there trying to sell this exact product. Number 1, when you pull up the main keyword or one of the main keywords on Amazon and you do a search, in the top left, it'll say 1 to 48 of 1,000 results or 1 to 48 of 6,000 results. I like there to be about 1,000 results or less. Number 2, if you open up a couple of your main competitors' ASINs in Helium 10 Cerebro, it's a keyword research tool, a reverse ASIN lookup tool. Get the main keywords, like the top 3 to 5 main keywords for your product, and then look in the middle. It'll say competing products. Find kind of the top 3 to 5 main keywords that describe your product or the actual main keywords. In the center, it'll actually tell you the total competing products. Ideally, I like to see that there's about 1,000 or less total competing products for my top, 2, 3, 4, even 5 main keywords. Another way you can check is going back to number 1, where you're looking at the total results. When you open up the product on Amazon, I don't like there to be like page after page after page of the same exact product over and over and over and over. Better would be there's 3 pages or less. Maybe there's only 1 page or 1.5 pages of the product, and every single one of them on page 1 looks a little bit different. That's actually a good thing, because that means you can differentiate, you can stand out, and there's not too many other sellers out there. The final way that you can check how many other sellers are actually out there selling this product, is there too many, is by going inside your Seller Central account and going to the top left. Click on Catalog, Add Products, type in the name of your product, and then on the left side, you'll actually see the main categories there, guys, and the total number of listings or products under each main category. Click on the most relevant or the best main category. See the number. Is it 12,000 listings? Is it 9,000? Is it 3,000? Click on one of those main categories and go through the results on the right-hand side. Open up some of your direct main competitors and check out their listings. Are most of them have over 100 reviews? Or a bad sign would be most of the other sellers, when you open up their listings, have like under 30 reviews. That actually could signal that it's a newer product, but there's a lot of new sellers who are flooding in. So check that out, the Catalog Add Products tool. It'll also tell you inside that Catalog Add Products, and you're opening up the best relevant competitors' listings. If the seller is waiting on a shipment from China or their manufacturer, it'll say currently unavailable, or in stock on, or unavailable now. We don't know if it'll ever be back in stock. That typically means the seller has created the listing, but they're waiting on a shipment from China or from their manufacturer. This is going to be a super powerful tip on how to figure out how many other sellers are out there and potentially going to be entering the market soon. One more final tip on the product that you choose, guys. If you try to sell the same product as everyone else, here's what happens. you have to spend a small fortune on PPC just to try to get the product visible to the first or second page, because there's so many other sellers out there. And if you try to sell the same product as everyone else and you just make nicer packaging, or it's a little bit different color or design, but there's thousands of other sellers, you're going to spend a lot of money on PPC with no guaranteed chance of the product even being successful. You may see comments in different Facebook groups. I see them every day of people saying, I'm spending money on PPC, but all my sales that I'm getting, if I'm getting any sales at all, is just going to Amazon, to PPC. The reason that that's happening to those people or those sellers is because they chose the wrong product, a way too competitive of a product, and they didn't add enough value or differentiate or customize and improve the product enough to give the customer a clear proposition, a reason why they should choose your product. Finally, make sure you understand your profit margins, guys. You want to make sure that after the cost of the product, the custom packaging, the improvements, any bundled accessory items that you put on with your product, the packaging, the DDP shipping to Amazon, the FBA fees and storage fees, not including PPC, but all those other fees, cost of product, improvements, packaging, DDP shipping, and FBA fees and storage fees, that your product is profitable. I like to look for a product after all of that has at least 30 to 40% net margins, that has at least a 100% ROI, return on investment, and has around $10 to $20 profit per sale or higher. Don't try to sell products that only have a $5 or a $4 profit margin. These are typically products that are under $20 on Amazon, because after you pay for the cost of the product, the packaging, the FBA fees, the referral fees, and the storage fees, there's just no margin left. And so really, really important that you pay attention to your profit margins and make sure that you're making enough profit per sale so you'll have enough cash flow to sustain yourself and to be able to reorder before Amazon actually pays you your seller account balance. They hold on to your seller account balance, especially for new sellers, for a few weeks. Number 2, guys, why why new sellers fail is the time and effort it takes. I'm not saying and suggesting that you have to spend 5, 6, 8 hours per day on your Amazon business. You can spend an hour or 2 per day, guys, and run a successful Amazon business, get your first or second product or third product up and launched with just spending about an hour or 2 hours per day. It really doesn't take all that much time, but it does require time and effort into doing the product research, into setting up your seller account, into doing the keyword research and analysis, understanding your competitors and how they're positioning and marketing themselves in the market, and then understanding and learning about PPC and ranking and getting more reviews. It does take a couple hours per day, guys. This is going to be before you actually launch, and even after you launch, you're going to have to spend a few hours per day monitoring all your campaigns, your organic ranking, customer service. Yes, you can, hire some help, a virtual assistant. Going forward, you could hire a part-time virtual assistant to help you monitor and manage these day-to-day tasks. But it does require, a couple hours per day, honestly, guys, to run an Amazon business. It's not as passive as everyone else, on YouTube teaching Amazon may want you to believe. It's definitely not a passive business model. It definitely can be once you get the products launched and ranked and selling consistently and successfully. Then absolutely, some of the systems and kind of the setup is automated. So it definitely doesn't require hours and hours a day once you get to that point. Also, one tip, guys, is please don't expect your product to be profitable and you to be making $10,000 a month in 1 month, 2 months, or even 3 months. A lot of people on YouTube selling courses position the Amazon business model as like this lifesaver that's going to make you $10,000 a month in just a month, 30 days or less. Unfortunately, that really never happens unless you have, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars of a budget to get started. More realistically, guys, give yourself a 3-month to a 12-month window to be making that $10,000 a month consistently month over month. You may not hit that with just one product. For me, it took, when I had my 3rd product launched, I had just launched my 3rd product, I was able to quit my job. And so just don't expect one product to make you $10,000 a month the second month or even the first month. It takes a few months, 3 to 6 months, to become profitable and to hit those kind of high income goals. And even if you're not there after 6 months, maybe you're only making $2,000 a month. That's still better than most people will ever get with their own online business or side hustle. And so don't compare yourself to others and what other sellers might be making or not making. Finally, guys, is the knowledge. Big mistake most sellers make, or I see a lot of new sellers make, is not checking things about the product they plan to sell. Like, is there any copyrighted material, protected copyrighted or trademark material? Is the product patented, or somebody has a design patent or a utility patent on it, which means only that rights owner is allowed to sell that product. You definitely don't want to try to sell patented products. So make sure you are using the USPTO website, places like Google Patents, or even a Fiverr legal analyst to help you do research to make sure there's no copyrights, trademarks, or patents on the potential product you sell. That can literally just be a game changer. It can be a really horrible experience if you actually, do get the product to Amazon, you launch, and then you find out from the rights, the patent holder or owner reaches out or makes a claim against you, and you have to, delete your listing and recall all your inventory. That can be a huge challenge to try to overcome. So definitely make sure you check for patents, trademarks, and any copyrighted material like NFL, sports teams you're not allowed to sell, those kind of things. Also check to make sure that the product is not restricted or in a gated category. A gated category requires approval. You're not allowed to sell CBD products. Food and grocery is a gated category and pretty hard to get approval in. Supplements, pills, lotions, serums, creams, cosmetics, eye drops. These are topical products and some beauty products all require pre-approval. Not impossible to get approval, guys. You can definitely get approval to sell supplements, skincare products. It just takes a couple extra steps, but just don't go into a category like food and grocery is hard to get approval in. Some toys and games products, some baby products require pretty strict safety certificates. Food and grocery, some beauty care products like skincare items will be topical products and require approval. Don't sell any sanitizing products like sanitizing wipes, UV phone sanitizers. These are really called pesticide or pesticide devices, and these are actually really hard to get approval for too. And actually, you're not even allowed to sell them if you live outside of the US. Automotive and lighting products are another example of two categories that are restricted. Automotive products like a car cover, a car seat belt cover, a car seat cover, or like a cover for a seat in the interior of the car. These are restricted, and actually automotive, guys, is actually pretty hard to get approval in because you have to have your own website and be selling on your own website to get approval in automotive products. That's like things like car covers that you may not think are restricted, but actually are. And lighting products like lamps and light fixtures, chandeliers. These are also restricted, not only because they're an electrical item, but you do have to go through an approval process, submitting safety certificates and pictures of your packaging and have the full name and address of the manufacturer on the packaging as well. That, guys, is going to wrap up this quick but effective video, just going over 3 really important things that I want you guys to be aware of so you don't fall into these things or have the possibility of your product, your brand, your business not being successful. Now that you know how important it is about product, profit margin, checking for any restrictions, the time and effort it's going to take to run and scale this business successfully, having the right knowledge is so important as well about each one of these things. That, guys, is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Give me a like on this video, and I will see you on my next video.